Hello, and welcome to Clearly English, the podcast where we help you speak English with confidence. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex.
Today, we are practicing one of the most common conversations you will ever have in English, talking about your weekend. Think about it. Every Monday, someone asks you, "How was your weekend?" At work, at school, with friends, with neighbors. It happens constantly. And for a lot of English learners, that simple question can feel surprisingly difficult to answer. Not because you didn't have a weekend, but because you don't know how to describe it naturally in English. Well, today we are going to fix that. By the end of this episode, you are going to have so many ways to talk about your weekend clearly, naturally, and confidently. Before we dive in, if you are enjoying Clearly English, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new lesson. And when you finish today, leave a comment below and tell us, how was your last weekend? What did you do? Practice your English right there in the comments. We love reading them. So, Alex, let me start with you. If someone asked you right now, "How was your weekend?" what would you say?
Honestly, I'd probably say good and then not know what else to say. Like, I can give a one-word answer, but then the conversation just stops.
And that's such a common experience. You give a short answer, the other person nods, and then there's an awkward silence. And you feel like you should say more, but you don't know how. And so the conversation just kind of dies. And that's what we're going to change today. Because talking about your weekend is not just about giving information, it's about connecting with people. It's one of the most natural ways to build relationships in English. When you can talk about your weekend comfortably, conversations flow. People enjoy talking to you, and you feel more confident in your English.
So it's really about more than just describing what you did.
Exactly. It's about connection. And the good news is that you don't need advanced vocabulary or perfect grammar to have a great weekend conversation. You just need some simple, natural phrases. And that's exactly what we're going to practice today. So let's start with the basics, the simplest answers to "How was your weekend?" These are your foundation: short, clear, natural. Alex, let's go through them. I'll say the phrase and you repeat it.
Ready?
It was good.
It was good.
It was really good.
It was really good.
It was great.
It was great.
It was relaxing.
It was relaxing.
It was busy.
It was busy.
It was really busy.
It was really busy.
Nothing special.
Nothing special.
Pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet.
I stayed home.
I stayed home.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It went by too fast.
It went by too fast.
Perfect. Those are your basic weekend answers. And notice they are all short and simple, but they each communicate something different. It was good is positive and happy. It was relaxing tells me you rested. It was busy tells me you had a lot to do. Nothing special means it was a normal, quiet weekend. It went by too fast means you enjoyed it, but it was over quickly.
Yeah, and that last one is so relatable. The weekend always feels short.
It really does. And everyone understands that feeling. So it's a great phrase to use because it immediately connects you with the other person. Now, these short answers are a great start, but the conversation doesn't have to stop there. And that's where a lot of learners get stuck. They give the short answer and then they don't know what to add. So let's practice expanding those short answers into something more natural. Alex, let's say your weekend was relaxing. What did you actually do?
I stayed home mostly. I watched some TV and slept in a little.
Perfect. So instead of just saying it was relaxing, you could say it was really relaxing. I stayed home, watched some TV, and caught up on sleep. Try that.
It was really relaxing. I stayed home, watched some TV, and caught up on sleep.
Perfect. And caught up on sleep means you slept more than usual because you needed it. It's a really natural phrase for the weekend.
I caught up on sleep.
Good. Now let's say your weekend was busy. What might you have done?
I had a lot of errands. I cleaned the house, went to the grocery store, and did some laundry.
Great. So instead of just saying it was busy, you could say it was pretty busy actually. I had a lot of errands to do. I cleaned the house, went to the store, and did laundry. Try that.
It was pretty busy actually. I had a lot of errands to do. I cleaned the house, went to the store, and did laundry.
Perfect. Natural and specific. Now let's say your weekend was fun. What would a fun weekend look like for you?
Maybe going out with friends or doing something different, like trying a new restaurant or seeing a movie.
Great. So you could say, it was really fun. I went out with friends on Saturday. We tried a new restaurant downtown. It was great. Try that.
It was really fun. I went out with friends on Saturday. We tried a new restaurant downtown. It was great.
Excellent. And notice how much more interesting that is compared to just saying it was fun. You gave a little detail, you made it feel real and personal, and the other person can now ask follow-up questions like, oh, what restaurant? Or was it good? And suddenly you have a real conversation.
So the details are what keep the conversation going.
Exactly. Details invite questions, and questions keep conversations alive. Now let's practice some more expanded answers for different kinds of weekends. I'll give you the situation, and you tell me how you'd describe it with a little detail. Ready?
Ready.
You had a quiet weekend. You didn't go anywhere, you just relaxed at home.
It was a quiet weekend. I didn't really go anywhere. I just stayed home, relaxed on the couch, and watched a few shows.
Perfect. That's a complete natural answer. Now you had a productive weekend. You got a lot done around the house.
It was a pretty productive weekend, actually. I cleaned the whole house, did some laundry, and organized my closet. It felt good to get things done.
Excellent. And I love that you added, it felt good to get things done. That's such a natural thing to say. It adds personality to your answer. Now you had a social weekend. You spent time with family.
It was a really nice weekend. I visited my family on Saturday. We had lunch together and spent the afternoon catching up. It was really good to see everyone.
Beautiful. Catching up means talking and spending time together after not seeing each other for a while. It's a perfect weekend phrase.
Catching up. I like that one.
It's very natural. People use it all the time. Catching up with family, catching up with friends, catching up with old colleagues. Now you had an adventurous weekend. You did something different or exciting.
Oh, it was a great weekend. I went hiking on Sunday with a friend. We found this amazing trail outside the city. It was a little tiring, but really worth it.
Perfect. Worth it means that even though it was difficult or required effort, the result was good. Another great natural phrase.
It was worth it.
Yes. Now let's talk about follow-up questions, because in a real conversation, talking about your weekend is not just a one-way description. The other person asks questions, and you need to be ready to answer them naturally. The most common follow-up question is, what did you do? You've already practiced answering this, but let's make sure you have it solid. Alex, what did you do this weekend?
I stayed home mostly. I watched the movie on Saturday night and went for a walk on Sunday morning.
Perfect. Natural, simple, clear. Now, did you go anywhere?
Not really. I just stayed local. I went to the grocery store and that was about it.
Good. And the phrase, that was about it, means that's all. Nothing more than that. It's a really useful casual phrase. Try it.
I went to the grocery store and that was about it.
Perfect. Now, who did you go with?
I went with my wife. We like to go for walks on Sunday mornings when the weather's nice.
Lovely. And notice how Alex gave a little extra detail. We like to go for walks when the weather is nice. That's natural conversation. You're not just answering the question, you're sharing a little piece of your life. Now, was it fun?
Yeah, it was really nice, actually. It's a good way to start the week feeling relaxed.
Great. It's a good way to start the week feeling relaxed. That's such a warm, natural thing to say. And the person you're talking to probably agrees, which again creates connection.
Yeah, I feel like these answers sound like a real person talking, not like a textbook.
Exactly. And that's the goal, sounding like a real person, because you are a real person with a real life, and talking about it naturally in English is the goal. Now let's do a full mini dialogue practice. Alex and I are going to have a complete weekend conversation. You can follow along, shadow with us, and practice both sides. Ready?
Ready.
Hey Alex, how was your weekend?
It was really nice, thanks. Pretty relaxing. How about yours?
It was good. Busy, but good. I had a lot of things to take care of. So, what did you get up to?
Not too much. I slept in on Saturday, which was amazing. And then on Sunday, I went for a long walk with my wife. The weather was really nice.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Did you go anywhere special?
Not really, just around the neighborhood, but it was really peaceful. We grabbed coffee on the way back, which was nice.
That sounds perfect, actually. I love a slow Sunday like that.
Yeah, it was exactly what I needed after a busy week. How about you? What did you do?
I had a few errands to run on Saturday, grocery store, some cleaning, nothing exciting. But Sunday, I went to my sister's place for lunch and we spent the afternoon together.
Oh, nice. Is she close by?
About 30 minutes away. We try to get together at least once a month. It was really good to catch up.
That sounds really lovely. It's always nice to spend time with family.
It is. All right, well, I'm glad you had a good weekend. Ready for the week?
As ready as I'll ever be.
That's a very natural expression, by the way, as ready as I'll ever be. It means I'm not completely ready, but I'm as prepared as I can be. It's a little bit funny and very relatable on a Monday morning.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Everyone listening, practice that one. It's a great Monday morning phrase. Now, let's do some listener practice. I'm going to ask you some questions about your weekend, and I want you to answer out loud. Don't write your answers first, just speak. Ready?
Ready. Everyone answer these out loud with me.
How was your weekend?
Think about your weekend and answer. Was it good, busy, relaxing, fun? Say it out loud.
Good. What did you do on Saturday?
Describe your Saturday in 1 or 2 sentences, out loud.
Great. And what about Sunday?
Tell me about your Sunday. Did you stay home, go somewhere, do something special?
Did you go anywhere this weekend?
Answer honestly. Maybe you went somewhere, maybe you stayed home. Both are perfectly fine answers.
Who did you spend time with?
Family, friends, alone? All of these are great answers.
And how are you feeling now that the weekend is over?
Are you tired, ready for the week, wishing for one more day? Be honest and say it in English.
Excellent. Now let's practice some more useful weekend phrases. These are things people say all the time when talking about the weekend. Alex, repeat after me. I slept in.
I slept in.
Slept in means you woke up later than usual. I slept in means I woke up late and it was wonderful.
I slept in.
Good. I had a lazy day.
I had a lazy day.
A lazy day means you did very little. You rested and relaxed without doing anything important. I had a lazy day.
I had a lazy day.
Perfect. I ran some errands.
I ran some errands.
Errands are small tasks outside the house. Going to the store, the bank, the pharmacy. I ran some errands.
I ran some errands.
Good. I had people over.
I had people over.
Had people over means friends or family came to your home. I had some friends over for dinner. I had my family over for lunch.
I had people over.
Perfect. We went out for dinner.
We went out for dinner.
Went out for dinner means you ate at a restaurant instead of at home. We went out for dinner on Saturday night.
We went out for dinner.
Good. I caught up on some reading.
I caught up on some reading.
Caught up on reading means you read things you had been wanting to read but hadn't had time for. I caught up on some reading this weekend.
I caught up on some reading this weekend.
Perfect. I did some meal prep.
I did some meal prep.
Meal prep means preparing food for the week ahead, cooking and organizing meals on the weekend so the week is easier. I did some meal prep on Sunday.
I did some meal prep on Sunday.
Great. I binge-watched a show.
I binge-watched the show.
Binge-watching means watching many episodes of a show in a row without stopping. It's very common and very relatable. I binge-watched a show this weekend.
I binge-watched the show this weekend.
And one more. I needed that.
I needed that.
I needed that is what you say after a good weekend, after something relaxing or enjoyable. It means it was exactly what I needed. It helped me recharge. I needed that.
I needed that.
Now, let's put some of these together into full, natural answers. Alex, tell me about a perfect, relaxing weekend using some of these phrases.
The perfect relaxing weekend for me would be sleeping in on Saturday morning, having a really slow, lazy day, maybe doing a little meal prep in the afternoon, and then binge watching a show at night. And Sunday would be a slow morning with coffee, catching up on some reading, and maybe a walk. I would definitely feel like I needed that by Sunday evening.
That was a wonderful natural answer, full of great phrases. Sleeping in, lazy day, meal prep, binge watching, catching up, and I needed that. All in one natural response.
And it didn't feel forced. I was just describing a real weekend.
Exactly, and that's what you want. These phrases should feel natural because they describe real life, your real life. Now let's practice one more mini dialogue. This time, Alex, you lead the conversation. You ask me about my weekend.
Okay. Hey, Emma, how was your weekend?
It was really good, actually. A little busy, but I loved it.
Oh, yeah? What did you get up to?
So on Saturday, I had some friends over for dinner. I cooked, we ate, we talked for hours. It was so nice.
That sounds amazing. How many people came?
Just 4 of us, a small group, but it was perfect. And on Sunday, I was pretty tired from Saturday, so I had a lazy day. I caught up on some reading and did a little meal prep for the week.
Sounds like a great balance. Fun Saturday and relaxing Sunday.
Exactly. It was just what I needed. How about you? How was your weekend?
Mine was pretty quiet. I ran some errands on Saturday and spent Sunday with my family. We went out for lunch, which was really nice.
Oh, lovely. Where did you go?
This little place near our house, nothing fancy, but really good food. And the kids loved it, so that made it even better.
That's the best. Those simple family moments are the best ones.
Totally agree.
See how natural that conversation was? We covered what we did, who we were with, where we went, and how we felt about it. And all of it was simple, natural English.
Yeah, and it felt like a real conversation between two real people.
Because it was. And that's exactly the kind of conversation you can have with your coworkers, your classmates, your neighbors, anyone you interact with in English. Now let me give you a challenge for this week. Every Monday, practice answering these questions in English, even if it's just to yourself, even if it's in the mirror. How was your weekend? What did you do? Did you go anywhere? Who did you spend time with? Answer them in English every Monday, and over time, it becomes automatic. And when someone asks you in real life, the answer is already there, ready to come out naturally.
Every Monday, that's a great habit.
It really is, and it connects your English practice to your real life. You're not studying abstract sentences. You're describing your actual weekend, in your actual words, in English. And that's the most powerful kind of practice. Let's do a final quick recap of the most useful phrases from today. For short answers, you have it was good, it was relaxing, it was busy, nothing special, pretty quiet, I stayed home, it went by too fast. For expanded answers, you have I stayed home and watched some TV, I went out with friends, I visited my family, I had a lazy day, I ran some errands, I had people over, we went out for dinner, I caught up on sleep, I binged watched a show, I did some meal prep, I needed that. And for follow-up questions, you have what did you do? Did you go anywhere? Who did you go with? Was it fun? What did you get up to? How many people came? Where did you go?
That's a lot of really useful phrases, and they all feel natural and real.
Because they are natural and real. This is how people actually talk about their weekends. And now you have the language to join those conversations confidently. Thank you so much for joining us today on Clearly English. If this episode was helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new lesson. And please leave a comment below and tell us about your last weekend. What did you do? How was it? Practice your English right there in the comments. We love reading your answers, and we celebrate every single one. Remember, talking about your weekend is small talk, and small talk builds big connections. Keep practicing every Monday, keep listening, and keep speaking every day. We believe in you. See you next time.
See you next time.